Maxwell, a heavy show today.
Heavy, spiritually, thematically, but also musically, Sam.
Sonically. It's where a brick wall meets a freight train, and it is Varials.
Yes. We spoke to them backstage at the Triffid when they were here on their show for their show with Spite is what I tried to say.
They were opening for Spite on their Australian tour, yes.
Yes, they were. When I say we, I mean you, because it was a bit of a tight squeeze back there.
Yeah, it was like a sardine can in there, plus our photographer, Liam, which was quite a tight fit. We also had members of Spite, members of the tour team going in and out in front of shot, which I've never seen before. But it makes for a fun watch.
Yeah, if you're watching this and you're like, oh, there's like multiple pairs of legs that just dart by. Yeah.
It was either
it
like
is what it is.
Members of Spite, or I just love the boldness of a few of them. They just like saw that we were on air, saw the camera, and they're like, fuck it.
I think one of my favorites was when someone, I don't know who it was, I wasn't really paying attention, darted across, went to get their food, and then came straight back through with
I think
burger
that was
and
the
chips.
guitarist of Spite.
Gotta appreciate that.
Yeah, but good for them. We chat to Skylar and Shane about where the light leaves, what they were. I mean, it's the new chapter of Varials now, so we talk a lot about how they're settling into vocalist number 3 and how this is sort of the last, change that Varials want to make from a lineup perspective. We talk about how they got in the studio and just wanted to make everything sound stupid heavy.
Yep.
And then some very niche and funny cultural references that inspired the breakdowns in the album. But with that, we also have a little giveaway. We stay tuned because we have a signed copy, one of the only signed copies you'll find of Where the Light Leaves. So keep your eyes peeled on the socials for that one over the weekend or early next week.
Other than that, Sam, here is over to you, chatting with Varials.
Here is over to you.
We're live backstage at the Triffid, joined by Shane and Skylar from Varials. Lads, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us, man.
Yep, cool to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you here. Obviously, you were saying off air, you've been in Australia for a couple of days now. You've acclimatised. Still a little bit of jet lag sort of hanging around?
Not really too much anymore.
Me, yeah.
Yeah, he sleeps a lot.
I made a mistake on the first day. Just slept midday.
Yeah. Me, Mike, and Sean like to explore, so we're always like doing shit, whether we're tired or not.
Have there been some local haunts in Brisbane you've checked out so far?
A lot of bars.
Yeah?
I've had a lot of Guinnesses.
Alice Bar was
cool.
Okay.
It was a cool vibe. It was like an underground, like dingy, like all the lights were red. Shout out Alice Bar.
Yeah, shout out Alice Bar. It's a good spot.
I love it. Well, we start the show the same way with the same question every week, and that's just to get an idea of what's spinning in your playlist at the moment.
Ooh. A lot of The Kid's Season.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys know who that is. It's like a rapper from LA. Doja Cat. It's a lot of Doja Cat. And Tiffany Day, right? I think is her name.
I don't know who that is.
Tell me what I do. Oh, Tay McRae too.
Tay McRae, yeah. How did you forget that? That's our favorite.
No, I was saying Tiffany Day, but Tay McRae as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys avoid the stereotype of like metal guys that listen to only metal.
For the most part, I listened to New Boundaries today. That's
great song.
the best band ever.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
There you go. Shout out Boundaries.
They're our friends too. We love them. They put out a new song today. It was really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, like Tate McRae, like you was saying.
Bit of girly pop for the boys. I don't mind that.
Real girly pop.
We like pop a lot.
Well, before we chat tour and the whole reason you're down here in Australia, I want to chat Where the Light Leaves first, if I can, because for Aussie fans, it's our first time to actually see the music live, and it's the heaviest you guys arguably have ever sounded. It feels like you've been hit by a freight train at times with the way it's mixed, but when you're in the studio writing it, what was it that sort of drew you to that heavier sound?
I'll speak on the, at least instrumentally. I don't know, I was just getting back to basics, really. And it's fun to just play stupid riffs with your friends. I was like, you lose sight of that as, you progress in your career. And it's just like, how can we pick up our instruments and sound the best we can with our friends and just have fun? That's kind of what came out.
On the mix itself, you said you just, stupid riffs. It seems to be a trend at the moment, like bands just write in as heavy as they can.
Yeah.
Was it an intentional choice to have these like big bass booms through the mix? Like,
Yeah.
were you just in the studio going like, fuck it, let's just do it?
That was a joke at the end of the day. We were just like, yo, Josh, turn that all the way up. Just see like what happens. And he put like a clip of like 9/11 happening in the DAW, and it was just so much fun. Like, we have a video that I can show you guys later. After that, it was just like, we gotta do that.
It was just we wanted it to be like super loud. Like we wanted it to be fucking just like pummeling, like it was like bricks being thrown at you. You know what I mean? I remember specifically in Conscious Collapse, like right in the middle when it like has a big breakdown that hits, I do this like crazy like low like growl thing, and Josh put a little 808 in there, and we were like, nah, like more until it just clipped. I was like, we want the song gone for like a second, bro.
Yeah.
And yeah, he ended up like tuning it down a little bit. But
a nightmare for all headphone wearers.
Exactly, yeah. That was like one thing that I read a lot. Like the day that the album came out, they were like, and my fucking ears hurt. But like in a good way, you know what I mean?
I listened to it on like regular car speakers, and it just doesn't work on car speakers, which I think is funny. But I don't know, I guess you should be able to listen to it on your car stereo, but it's just, I don't know, listen with headphones, I guess.
Well, to that point, if your car speakers have the bass all the way up, it just blows out.
Oh, it can't handle it.
I mean, I feel like that's a compliment, though, surely. Like, to the mix,
Yeah, there's that's like what we want to hear, you know?
Yeah. Well, Skylar, for you, if I've got this correct, it's your first time recording with the band properly since you've come in, is that right?
Like, yes and no.
Yeah.
When I was like 20, I think 19 or 20, it was right after their old singer Travis had departed, and I had tried out and like gotten the spot.
Yeah.
And I did about like 75 to 80% of Scars for You to Remember, and it just in that time in my life, like it just like didn't work out, you know. I just had like a lot of like personal things with like family and stuff. So fast forward like 5-6 years later, it's like they hit me back up to come fill in, and then it was like, you're like killing it. We meshed really well. Like we all like stayed friends for the time period, obviously between then. But when I got the official spot, that was like really exciting. And like I knew like I like off rip, like just touring together, like our like chemistry with each other was really, really good. Like obviously disagreements happen, and that's just like how bands operate. But
he just comes from the same. What's the saying? Cut from the same cloth.
Cut from the same cloth. Yeah.
So it's like finding a singer is all these check boxes, you know what I mean? So it's how do you find the right one? And it's like for all the boxes that needed to be checked, you checked most of them. You weren't gonna check every single box. Sorry, brother. No one's gonna check every single box, but you know what I mean. So, he comes from that world that we're trying to get back to the basics with the music. And,
I also think it helped that like I've been like playing shows with Varials and like watching them as a band since I was like 14. So I definitely knew like coming into the role, like when we like started discussing, because I had all the songs like previously, because you guys sat on this for I want to say like what, like
3 years.
3 years. So when I joined, we like cut some songs and wrote new ones that were like Shane wanted to be more fitting for like me and stuff like that. So it was definitely cool, like leading up to the anticipation of going to actually record and shit like that.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna say on the album there are some like obviously sonically it's very heavy, but lyrically there are a lot of heavy themes throughout it. I guess Skylar, for you stepping into the booth and talking about those things into the mic, like it seems like there was a lot of comfort within the band for you to be that vulnerable and be able to speak about these things with everyone. Did it feel like that? Like it was quite
I mean, like lyrically, it was collectively, like all of us. Like it wasn't just me. I think that was what was cool about it was we were all.
It's just part of the interview. It's just gonna have to be part of the interview.
This is just where we get overlay of the show.
Like we all collectively were like going through our own things as individuals, and when we were writing the lyrics, like it stems from just like every single like one of us, there's like a piece of each of us in each song when it comes to like what they're about and what I'm saying. Before that record, like I had lost my brother in like a motorcycle accident, so it was like really traumatic, and like 2 days later I had to go to the studio, so like that was like my grieving process. And I think with us like having the time to like sit with each other and like, what do we want this to be about? Like we all have something we want to say. I don't think it could have came out like any better. Like we were all just pissed off and like wanted to like speak our minds, and I think that was one of the really cool parts, because I've never like worked with like a dynamic like that. Like I'm always writing the lyrics by myself for other projects I've been involved in. It was like beautiful for all of us to be able to express ourselves like that, and with the instruments and like just working together as a unit. It was really cool.
I think we all had a lot to say too. Like when it comes to doing a record that, I mean, it has to be, you know, you go through another vocalist, it's like, this one has to be good. So it's like, we had the
last one.
This is the last one. Holy shit. But it needed to not only be the best thing we've ever done, you know, instrumentally, but the message had to be, you know, collectively it had to be the strongest one we could put together as a team, you know.
And I think like also like with like us like saying what we were saying, and it being able to like other people like outside of the band to be able to relate to it, like that was like one of the like most meaningful things that I think I saw and like talked to a lot of people about, was like, I went through this, and like your songs like helped me. Like that shit's like the biggest reward in like being in a band and being a musician, especially a vocalist, because it's like there's nothing better than like hearing like the words that you just wanted to say because you weren't feeling good about life, like help someone else, you know.
Absolutely. And I guess on that, the album has been met with so much positivity and so much joy from fans. I guess for you, Shane, being in there and seeing the ebbs and flows with, you know, multiple vocalists, all the sort of the highs and lows Varials has had it along the way, does it feel like this is, you know, the new chapter, like Varials is where they're meant to be right now?
I think without a doubt that's like Sky was saying, is the last one. So it's like, sure, it's the final chapter, the final chapter, you know. So we had to start it off right with this record. It's like, it's a springboard now. Like you said, you're talking about ebbs and flows and all that. It's just like, this is the new start where we can kind of just climb the mountain from there, you know. That's really what it is.
Final form.
It's a cornerstone. The record's a cornerstone for Varials now.
We are here for the first time Australian audiences get to hear the album, like I said off the top. You've, you know, toured the album in a headline space before. You're in a support slot, obviously, with Spite. How do you curate your set list when you've got this whole album to choose from, but you've also got hits that you know your Australian audience are going to love? How have you managing that?
I mean, when we were going into like what we were going to do for the Australia set, we were just like, because I think we played 15 songs on the headliner.
Yeah, it was
so
14 or
like,
15.
Which ones did we see fans like being more like receptive to in like live areas and stuff like that? And obviously we're gonna play the hits. Like we gotta play the big three always. But like with the newer material, like I think the ones that we're performing on this tour definitely are the ones that were like the most received when we were on our headliner a couple weeks ago. So
it's mostly like the new record, and the ones that we feel are like the coolest songs off the record. Obviously the singles, and then just whatever. There's how many tracks are on the record? 12 or something. It's like 12 total. So you got. How do you pick the songs that aren't the singles? It's like whatever we think is dope.
Yeah.
And we already ran into a situation where it was like, that song didn't really go over that well. We got to cut it. So then on the next tour, it's like, what do we try next? But I think we've pulled all the songs off the record that really perform well live.
Trim the fat and just stick to the haters.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's my first time seeing you guys tonight. It's probably the most violent lineup I've seen in a long time as well, between you guys, Dissect, Spite. I've made it known quite publicly that I'm a little bit scared of what the Australian audiences can be like with shows like this. What in your opinion, should I prepare for? Do I need to go home, get a bike helmet, and stand in the corner to avoid the pit?
You can stand side stage if you want. Like,
I feel like there's gonna be a lot of drunk people. Hey, Alex.
Hello, Alex.
You're part of the interview now.
It's just like the moshing and shit like that.
I
also. Bye, Alex. This is my first time playing in Australia and being in Australia, so I don't know what to expect. I mean, I've heard war stories about this place.
The last time we were here, this was the first night, where it was the first stop of the tour. It was with Void of Vision. And while Void of Vision was playing, I saw like 10 people get pulled out of the audience drunk as shit. Yeah. Just getting lined up down the fucking building just with trash bags. So I was like, just throwing up.
Wow.
So expect that.
Yeah.
Expect drunk people, I guess.
I did hear, the venue manager here did say the last time Spite played, a guy got completely KO'd in the pit and they had to call an ambulance. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean,
not for him, but.
No.
Okay. Well, I might have to pack some form of protection. Will be sweet. But look, make sure to go catch Varials on the road with Spite all around the country until May 2nd and go stream Where the Light Leaves anywhere you get music. Shane and Skylar, thanks so much for
Thank you, man.
Thanks for having us, man. It's been a
Appreciate
blast.
it.